Wow, we're just headed into a new stage in America. So change is coming. People are working to get back to normal. People are taking vaccines. People are not taking vaccines. People are going to work. People are not going to work. Makes you wonder what kind of energy are we going to carry on from 2020? A lot happened, and it's got me to thinking about our responsibility as human beings, as Americans, as citizens. What does it look like to continue to pursue what would be called a just society? Now, there's many different interpretations of that, depending on how you view the world and what is informing your beliefs, what ideas hold you. Um, I advocate that in order to have a just society, right, it depends on persuasive action. It depends on individuals being in relationship with one another, where people are heard, people have the opportunity to voice their concerns and opinions and beliefs. And there's going to be times those beliefs are like, hey, I applaud you. Other times you're going to hear a belief and you're going to be like, I got to go think about that. And then there are other beliefs where, and ideas where you're like, man, I think that's going a little too far. And either way, though, I'm appealing to this idea of the freedom to hold ideas and the freedom to express any and all types of ideas, as long as you don't seek to harm or take anything from anybody else. And so a just society is one in which every person has the opportunity to persuade. And that persuasion should be done in the context of relationships, some form of relationship, a relationship in which able to sit down and hear from one another. So the other alternative is that some look at a just society as one in which some level of coercion or force has to be used by a minority upon, or a majority upon a minority group of people, and that's supposed to bring about a just society. But it gets me thinking, is that moral? Does that truly lead to justice? I think the ends for which we seek should be tied up in the means. I think that's very important as we are moving forward, as we need to examine, yes, what our end is, but we also need to take stock in our means and how we are seeking to achieve those ends, and examine those means and making sure they align with human dignity, affirming people and who they are as being made in the image and likeness of God. I think the other thing is this: we have a responsibility to one another, to be compassionate. We have a responsibility to one another to, be creative and figure out how to move forward. Some things are not going to be brought forward, and that's fine. There's a time for things to live. There's a time for things to die, right? This is an opportunity for us to be creative and, again, sit down with people we have complete agreement with. Well, you don't ever have complete agreement with somebody, but have a lot of agreement with, and people that, you just wrestle with and couldn't imagine sitting down with. And I think this is high time that we take that opportunity to examine what happened and examine where we're headed, and then ask ourselves, what is it that I can bring to the table freely to contribute based off of the skills that I have, the resources available to me, the time that's available to me, so that I can improve not just my home, but also my neighborhood and where I live. Just imagine what we can do when we improve and be creative as we look around directly where we're at in our local area to really bring about more and more a just society. Hey, if you found something of value, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Find us on Facebook at Dr. Philip Fletcher. Find us on Twitter at Phil Fletcher. And as always, visit us on the website philipfletcher.org.